Hello everyone, good morning. This is Miss Neha here, and today we will continue with our next lesson, lesson 7, and this will be our last lesson for this topic. Okay? The name of the lesson is Model with Math. This is the problem solving lesson. The page numbers are 647 till 650. Okay, so before I begin with this lesson, let us quickly revise what we learned yesterday. So, yesterday we learned about how to use strategies to practice subtraction, right? They were equations where we use different strategies. So now you know how to solve subtraction equation using all these strategies. So, here as you can see, the first one was the place value blocks. You can use blocks to solve your equation or 100 chart or open number line or think addition to subtract. Okay, so you can use any of these strategies to solve your subtraction equation. Okay, so let's continue with our lesson. Now, this is our lesson, page number 647. So before I start, if you remember, in our previous topic, the last lesson, we did the problem solving for addition, right? And we focused on the thinking habits. Now, when you see here thinking habits, you know when there's a thinking habit in the lesson, you will stop and you will focus on the problem. Like you have to think, what are they asking us to do or how we can solve the problem? Okay, so this lesson will be all your problem solving, and you have to think what they're asking us, how we will do it, and then we have to find our answer. So in this lesson, you will continue the same thing. We will do subtraction, but we will model the problem. How we will model the problem? By drawing pictures or using objects or using any of the strategy, and then we will write the equation for the drawings that we have made, and then we will solve it. You understand? Once again, we will continue to model our problem by drawing pictures or using any objects or using any of the strategy, and then using those pictures we will write the equation and then we will solve the problem. Got it? So now here, let me just give you one example. What are we actually going to do in this lesson? And then we will continue with the video over here. Now, as you can see here, let me give you one example here. Okay. Can you read for me this problem? Any one of you can read? Read with me, okay? Saud has 50 stickers. Zed has 30 stickers. How many more stickers does Saud has than Zed? So how are you going to do here is, first, we will model our problem. Now here, what are they asking us to find? What I know here is, I know that Saud has 50 stickers and Zed has 30 stickers. And they're asking me to find how many more stickers does Saud has than Zed. This is what I have to find here. So first, I will draw a picture for my problem, and then I will get an equation, and then I will solve it. Okay? So here you can see Saud has 50 stickers. So how about, let's take green for Saud. Okay? So Saud has 50 stickers. Okay? And for Z, let's take this one. Okay, Z has 30 stickers. So how many more he has? So what we can do here is, I will draw for Saud first 50 stickers. Now 50, I know, is nothing but 5 tens, right? So 5 tens, I can draw 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So these are 50 stickers Saud has. Now Zaid, he has 30 stickers. So 10, 20, and 30. So we also know here that 30 is same like 3 tens. Right? Now when you see this drawing, if you see my drawings over here, Saud, he has 50, Zaid, he has 30. So how many more stickers does Saud has? So how many are left over here for Z? How many more does Z, how many less Z has than Saud? So what you can do here is, you can just count here. This is 1, and here, this is 2, right? So he has 2 more. So we know that 2 tens are missing, right? So 2 tens are nothing but 20, right? So now we can make the equation over here that 50 minus 30 equals, tell me, 50 minus 30 equals 20. You understand how I did it? I first draw a picture for my problem and then I solve it. Here they are not asking about left. Here they're asking us to compare. When you compare two numbers, you will find the answer, who has more and who has less. Now we know obviously Saud has more number of stickers, but how many more he has than Zaid? This is what we need to find. So this is what I did over here. I draw 50 stickers. So 50, I know it's 5 tens. 5 times I draw tens. And Zaid, he has 30 stickers. So I draw 3 times tens. And then I want to know how many more Saud has. So I will just, another way is I will just remove the equal numbers. Here. Now how many are left? The same thing, 20. Right? So my equation will be 50 minus 30 equals 20. You understand? This is what we are going to do over here in this lesson. If they're asking us if they're asking you in the problem that if they ask you about more or to compare, you can draw pictures like this and you can solve your problem. Okay? So let's begin with our lesson with the video. So you will understand more how we can solve it.
Nate has 70 green apples. He has 30 red apples. How many more green apples does Nate have than red ones? What do you need to find?
So now here, they're asking, the question is Nate has 70 green apples and he has 30 red apples. How many more green apples does Nate have than the red ones? So here basically they have to compare the two apples and you have to see how many more green apples she has than the red ones, right? So let's continue.
You need to find how many more green apples Nate has than red apples.
Right?
What do you know? You know that Nate has 70 green apples and 30 red apples. How can you model this problem? You can use pictures, objects, and equations to show and solve this problem.
Okay, I will just stop here for a minute. Now here, I told you, right? If you have this problem, how will you solve it? How will you model it? Here you can see, here they say you can use pictures or you can use objects and equations to show and solve these problems. You can also use the previously strategies that we have used and solve the problem. Okay, let's continue.
Then you can decide if your model makes sense. Draw a picture and write an equation. How do the pictures help you compare how many green apples and red apples Nate has? There are 7 green 10s for the 70 green apples. There are 3 red 10s for the 30 red apples. How many green boxes do not have a red box next to them? Select your answer.
So now here, this is just we did in our last example, right? When you have to compare, so you have to find the place which are empty, right? So you can just count the boxes. You can count the green boxes that do not have the red box to them, or what you can do is here, you can just remove the partners or the two, the one red, one green. Okay, now how many are left? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what will be our answer? 3 green boxes or 4 green boxes? Excellent. It will be 4 green boxes. Good job.
There are 4 green boxes that do not have a red box next to them. So there are 4 10s, or 40 more green apples.
Let's try it. Now, each small green box represents 10 green apples. Listen to this.
Each small green box represents 10 green apples. Each small red box represents 10 red apples. Drag boxes into the columns to model 70 green apples and 30 red apples.
So now here we need to drag the apples. We need to have 70 green apples and 30 red apples. So let's count with me. All of you count with me, okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Excellent. And how many red apples? Very good. 30 red apples. So we'll count by tens, okay? All of you with me. 10, 20, 30. You see? This is what we have to do. 70 green apples and 30 red apples.
7 10s minus 3 10s equals 4 10s. How does this equation model the problem?
Yes, can you tell me how this equation will model your problem? We know 7 10s. What did I explain to you earlier? 7 10s is same like? Good job. 7 10 is same like 70. 3 10s is same like 30. So 4 10s will be same like? Excellent. 40. Okay?
7 10s stand for the 70 green apples that Nate has. 3 10s stand for the 30 red apples that Nate has. 4 10s stand for how many more green apples Nate has than red apples. Nate has 40 more green apples. How do you know that Nate has 40 more green apples than red apples? You know he has 40 more green apples because 4 10s is equal to 40. 70 minus 30 equals 40.
How would you choose to show this problem?
So, you know how to do it, right? You can draw pictures, or you can also use the previously strategies to solve the problem. You understand? Now let's start with our lesson. All of you take open page number 647. Ready, all of you? Okay, let's start. Now here. Val picks 40 strawberries. She shares 20 of them with her brother. How many strawberries did Val keep for herself? How can modeling your thinking help you solve this problem? So now here, what are you asked to find? In this problem, what are they asking you to find? They are asking how many strawberries Val kept for herself after sharing 20 strawberries, right? So let's just quickly circle the number. She has 40 strawberries and she shared 20 strawberries with her brother. So how many strawberries did Val keep for herself? It means how many remaining strawberries she has for herself now. Now, what do we already know over here? What information do we have here? We know that Val, she has 40 strawberries, okay? So how about if I can make 40? I know 40 is same like 4 tens, right? So can I draw 4 tens like that? 10, 20, 30, 40. So here I have to model my problem and then I will solve it, okay? We know that Val picks 40 strawberries and she shared 20 of them with her brother, right? So when she is sharing 20 with her brother, it means she is giving away 20 strawberries. So when she gives away, we will remove 20 strawberries from her 40 strawberries. Now, how many are we left with? Excellent. We are left with 20 strawberries. So now, can I write the equation over here? Yes, we can write 40 minus 20 because she gives 20 strawberries. She gives 20 strawberries to her brother. So she's left with only 20 strawberries. You see, how did I do it? How I draw a picture and how I model it? This was an easy way for me. You can use this way, or you can also use another way where you can simply write 4 tens. We know that 40 is 4 tens, right? So I will use another green color over here. Another way you can do right over here is you can write 4 tens minus 20. We know it's 2 tens. So what is 4 minus 2? Excellent, 2 tens. So 2 tens is nothing but 20. Both the way your answer will be same. You understand how to do it? Excellent. Now let's move to our next page. Now here you see on the top, as you can see, this is just an example we did in the video, right? How you can model this. The girl, she says, I can use pictures, I can use objects, I can use equation to solve the problem, and then I can decide if my model makes sense. If it makes sense, you will get your answer same. For all, whichever method you use, your answer will be same. Okay, now guided practice, use drawings, models, or equations to solve the questions. Now, number 1, a store has 60 muffins. It sells 30 of the muffins. How many muffins does the store have now? Now you see 60 muffins, so we know that 60 is nothing but 6 tens, right? So 6 times you're going to draw the tens, and then it sells 30. So you will remove 30 from 60. 30 is nothing but, excellent, 3 tens. Okay, so what are you left with here? How many muffins does the store have now? 10, 20, 30. Answer is 30 muffins. Okay, now you can also just write the equation. You can also draw the models, and you can do the drawings if you want. Now, question number 2. Andy has 84 baseball cards. He gives away 10 cards. How many cards does Andy have now? Now, if you remember, I always told you whenever you solve problem solving, how will you now add or subtract? You will circle the numbers and you look for the keywords, right? Now here, we will circle the numbers first, 84 and 10. And what is the keyword? Away, gives away, okay? So what we can do, I can write my equation here. 84 minus 10 equals, now here You can use any of the strategy or you can draw. Here I'm writing the equation. Now, because it is by 10, I can use a mental math over here, right? So if you remember mental math, only the tens place will change. So the tens place over here will decrease by one number. So 8 minus 1 gives me, excellent, 74. So you know how to do it now? Yes, it's very easy. You have to read the problem. If you will read the problem, you will understand what are they asking us to find. Okay? Once again, kids, if you don't understand, please do let me know. I'm always there to help you. Okay? Now, let's move to our next page. Now here, independent practice. This, you have to do it by yourself. Okay? The same thing, you can draw, you can use models, or you can also use equations to solve, and then you have to explain your work. Okay, so question number 3 over here, number 4 and number 5. You will do this. Go through the problem, circle the numbers, look for the keywords, draw any pictures which is easy for you, and then you can find the answer. Okay? Now, let's move to our last page. Now, this is a performance assessment. I think this will be easy for you because if you're able to solve the previous page, this is going to be very easy for you, okay? Now, we'll just read the question and explain you what you need to do over here is. Now, dog walking. James, Emily, and Simon walk dogs after school. On Monday, they have 40 dogs to walk. James and Emily take 20 of the dogs for a walk. How many dogs are left to walk? Left to walk. So now we know what problem. Question number 6. What problem do you need to solve here? What do we know here? Circle for the keyword, circle the numbers and look for the keyword left, right? So we know that we have to subtract, right? What problems we need to solve over here is we need to solve 40 minus 20 equals, this is my problem. This is what I have to solve over here. Okay, you understand? You can do this, right? Any questions? Feel free to ask me. You can do question number 8. Question number 7. Okay. Now question number 7 over here. What tool or tools can you use to solve this problem? Now here, they're asking about what strategies you can use to solve the problem. Okay. Number 8, write an equation to show the problem and then use picture, words, or symbols to solve. Now here you have to write an equation. What I have written over here. What problem do you need to solve? You need to solve that how many dogs are left to walk. How many dogs are left to walk, or you can just write this equation and you can write the last sentence over here. Okay? This is what the problem is that you need to solve. So, once again, if you have any question, feel free to ask me. We are done with today's lesson and this was our last lesson for this topic. And in the next class, I think we will have reteaching. So I hope you understood this topic really well. Please, kids, if you do have any questions, I'm always there for you, okay? Stay safe, stay clean, take care everyone, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.